I'm David.
I'm Anderson.
Jose.
Welcome to the shit show.
Right on.
All right.
Oh yeah.
So today's topic. Wait, hold on. No, fuck this lady. Wait. No. Check this out. We have a guest. We got the kids with the striped pajamas in the building. You know, real shit. Look, he got striped pajamas.
Yep.
He has hair though.
Say
That's actually what we came to do this podcast for. We're gonna buzz my hair tonight.
No.
Alright, jokes. That's next episode.
All right, so
Let's just say they ran out of gas.
no. That's fucked up.
No, all jokes to the side, man. Let's see. First of all, good to see you fellas. Glad you can join us today,
Oh,
Anderson.
yeah, of course.
Really glad.
Even though we see each other at work,
Yeah, every now and then.
it's always good to hang out of work.
Yeah.
Where you from, bro?
I'm from Baton Rouge.
Okay.
Born and raised.
Born and
Born
raised.
raised, boy.
Okay.
Born and raised, boy.
Hey.
Straight out the
But
gutters.
cornbread and red beans and rice on your ass, bro.
He was born some crawfish etouffee and shit.
Mhm.
That shit does sound good,
Delicacy.
bruh.
I will say my new favorite food is a little bit of tacos.
Okay, right on, bro.
That's how you get that Mexican fever.
Yeah. Listening to Perla La Bamba and fucking eating tacos on my couch. Drinking a Modelo.
Drinking a Modelo, that'll do it.
Next thing you know, he's gonna show up to work with a mustache.
Yo, you know that Billy kid, that the one that graduated with Daniel and them, Billy? That dude really surprised me and was like, La cuenta por favor. I was like, boy, if you tell me, like, just ask me for the check, bro. Don't be. He's like, you didn't know I speak Spanish? I was like, well, I kind of figured since you over here bringing all these Hispanic ladies around, you know, like, I know you. And then he broke it down. He was like, you know, I lived in Beaumont for a little while, yada yada. I was like, oh, okay. That'll do it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Dude, I visited Houston this past weekend.
Dude, tell me about it.
Yeah.
Tell us.
I mean, I'm not being racist, but I didn't know there was that many Hispanics that lived in Houston. We went to an Astros game, they were all going, Altuve.
I don't know what the fuck that means, but hey.
There's a second baseman. He's from Mexico. His name's Jose Altuve.
Right on. Damn,
He's like really
Jose,
good.
bro.
He's like 5 foot, but he reminds me of Sergio, but like he can just smack the ball. But it was cool. They went to this Velvet Taco place, really good tacos. We went to the Astros game.
Bro, they were talking mad shit about that Velvet Taco place today.
Who?
Let's just say they were talking about it this morning.
Who was?
Yeah, my brother.
No. When we all get together and we speak about a certain situation or problem that's going on in the building that we are employed in.
Okay.
Alright, so.
We're editing that out. All right. First topic of the day.
You suck at this.
So, any one of you guys?
You suck, bro.
I'm kidding, bro.
Any one of y'all use TikTok?
Yeah, I use TikTok.
You use TikTok?
Bro, they got some crazy shit. The way you find crazy ass videos, you just gotta like find a link to it and then just click on it and click on a different link and it brings you to like fucking crazy as shit, bro.
Well, that's the thing, and I don't use TikTok for no reason. It's not downloaded on my phone. Pedro sometimes sends me videos off TikTok. My children sends me videos off TikTok, and for whatever reason, you know, if I want to keep watching the video or something like that, or more of the video, you know, download the thing, and I'm like, fuck that. But honestly, I'm not gonna say her name, but I kind of saw the TikTok page of somebody who, you know, we work with. And the person has buku followers. I'm not gonna say how many, but buku, and we can imagine who it is. But that same type of stuff that she's promoting.
Does it start with an M?
I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say.
I know. You know who it is. Don't look at me with them blue eyes, bro.
Right.
All right, y'all keep talking. I'm gonna sit here and ponder this.
But honestly, what is there to it? You know, it's time consuming. You only watch just to see her little pretty ass dance around and shake a little something soon. But every video that's uploaded, it's basically the same thing. But this person has a nice, decent following that I'm just like, okay, I can just go watch porn for this. You know?
Yeah. No, yeah, I agree.
You know, I'm just saying, you know. But in reality, my thing with TikTok is like it's designed to take away people's time, and in the times that we're living in right now, time is valuable. I remember when, you know, back in the day, because of social media, we didn't have to worry about what people thought or what exactly the next person was doing. You know, we just caught a whiff of it on the internet, or the internet was just coming out, but like TV, radio, newspaper. Now
everybody's so invested in just like scrolling for what? Like,
but the thing about internet or the social media is like it's a double-edged sword, just like anything. It connected us all the way, but honestly, some things should have never been connected. You know.
Yeah.
But
well, it's crazy. Those computers, like they know what you want. Like they know what dopamine's your brain. And
yes.
Like, they literally just keep feeding it to you and feeding it to you until like you get tired of one thing. All right, here's the next thing. And it's just
right.
It's crazy how they do it. Like I feel like they hear your conversations. Like you're really interested in something, you're talking about something,
right?
And then the next thing you know, your whole feed is just like that thing.
Right. Correct.
Bruh, I gotta agree with that because last week we were talking about, hey, I'm looking to buying like some good ass mics for the class and all this shit, right? And next thing you know, all that shit started popping up on my fucking Facebook page, on my Instagram and TikTok, and I'm just like, what the fuck? And that's how I found these mics.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, the price is good, and they got some good reviews. I was like, fuck it. I told Selena, I was like, I'm gonna order me a set of mics because they saying this is the best way to go nowadays, you know. But I see what you mean, but I feel like social media is supposed to be made more for like business, to get your business out there. You know what I mean? Like, we use our TikTok's accounts. I post dumb shit on TikTok sometimes, but the majority of the time we posting about the shop. We posting about like just shit that people will probably enjoy looking at. Like, I got family back in a different country, back in Mexico and shit like that, where they're not able to see or get an idea of what it is over here. You know what I mean? Wow. And I'm able to like communicate to them, show them to them, just pictures, videos, or whatever dumb shit. You know what I mean? And I feel like social media has the good and also has the bad. Because nowadays it's not even just TikTok. Like nowadays, like parents are so quick to just be like, hey, here, shut up. Get on your tablet.
It's definitely affecting these generations.
Oh, bro.
Like completely.
And
the work ethic, like I get like some kids are smarter nowadays and there's a way of living life in a more lazy fashion, but kids definitely lose their train of thought and focus on how to like work. It's crazy.
Dude, my son was doing like a shitty job at school. He wasn't doing horrible, but he was like at that point where you're like, oh damn, like you slacking on your grades because you spending, and he doesn't even spend that much time on his tablet or on his phone and stuff like that. And like I told him, like, no more tablet. The only time he's able to watch YouTube with me or TikToks is with me.
Yeah.
He can't watch that shit on his own because a lot of the shit that's kids appropriate, it's like, how you say it, it's worded differently, but it's not kid appropriate. Like, she's the one, Selena is the one who actually taught me this. She's like, you know, the shit that they be putting out for kids on YouTube is actually not for kids.
Right.
If you sit there and actually watch it as a grown-ass adult, you starting to understand that, well, you see what's wrong with that video right when you hit play on that screen.
Because you don't want your kids watching that type of
Right.
video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
know
that
my kid right now. He's freaking having nightmares because he's like playing certain little games that are, affecting him. Like
Yeah.
at one point, he would play the Call of Duty Zombies, and then he couldn't sleep for like
Oh, yeah.
he couldn't stay asleep. So we took that away. Of course, it went away.
Mhm.
Now he's been playing some kind of like dark side of Sonic.
Yeah.
And-
that yeah, I know
and
which one you're talking
that
about.
little game where like there's these like furry animals and they like smile a lot, but they're like deep colored and I don't know. It's just like it chases him around, and I've seen it, and I get freaked out. I'm like, if that freaks me
Yeah.
out, I know he's getting freaked
Yeah,
out.
yeah, for
I
sure.
had the same problem with him, and we straight up told him like, hey, like, if you over here complaining about the fact that you can't go to sleep at night because you're playing shit that you shouldn't be playing or watching, then there's something wrong. Oh, but it's just a game. No, it's not a game. I'm like, you can play on your phone, you can play on the Xbox all you want, but stay away from YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Like, YouTube can be, it's like every platform is like good, bad, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
good and bad on everything, but yeah, like, you just gotta cut back, like,
Yeah.
And like I'm not a parent, but I don't even know how they like parental control that stuff.
most of it you can't.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
if I upload shit,
To the
like say if I
internet.
upload this video and we over here saying the F word and shit 30, 40 different times in 1 minute, and I put on there that it's kid friendly just to get more views, I
That's
might get
not-
more views, and
Yeah.
your kid might be watching Paw Patrol or some shit, and next thing you know my video comes up as a suggestion, or like, oh, video of interest, that's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
A video of interest. They're gonna click on it, and it's gonna be like us just not following protocol, whatever the
Yeah.
fuck it's
Right,
called.
right.
That's why every video I upload, I always hit like, it's not meant for kids.
Got it.
Like, we have water and beer cans,
Mhm.
that looks like we're drinking beer, but we're not. It's just water,
Right.
just
Yes, of course.
trying to get free shit from Michelob.
That'd
That'd be cool as shit though, right?
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
but I don't know. That's all I
I'm
gotta
glad
say
you-
though.
You touched on that. You said something important there. Basically that stuff where like it got dark. That's another thing I wanted to talk about today. Bring up
The
was
eclipse.
this.
Have y'all noticed how crazy people been acting ever since the eclipse? Well, that's just normal.
It's Baton Rouge. I mean, we all
Look,
crazy.
so you touched something. I'd have to watch this over again to kind of get, but
Did I ever hit the mic on?
I sure hope so.
Someone's got to check. Hold on.
Beep. On to the next one.
It's recording. It says on. All right, we're good. I think what you said, how
Oh yeah.
how you end up in on that dark side of the web,
Yeah.
even through like if you're in a kid friendly thing,
Mhm.
and then next thing you know, a video of interest pops up, but it's like how my son found out about this little Sonic thing, and to me, I don't know. There's something about okay to everybody. What's good and what's bad, it's very different.
Yeah.
What seems it's just like the same. One man's
It's all about morals. I mean, like how you grew up. But I remember as a kid, like I get off the bus, I just want to go play outside.
right.
I was outside from until the sun went down, and
Right.
like didn't even get on the phone. Like we ate dinner. I didn't. Maybe like a TV channel was on, but like one focused on it.
Did
and-
your mama poke her head out the door and was like, Anderson, it's time to come in. The lights are off.
Well, my dad, he can. My dad can whistle really well.
I was gonna say I feel like your dad was probably like the
So if
one
we're at a buddy's house
that-
around the corner or whatever, like a couple blocks away, he'd give you one whistle, and then you're like, all right, it's time to come home. Because like even at my friends' houses, we're outside, we're playing basketball. Like we did this one thing, you had like those ripsticks that you would ride around. And we played ripstick basketball like 3-on-3. I don't know. We just found like little small stuff to like just keeps you going. And now kids like the dopamine they get from this like computer screens, it's just like it draws them so far away from that type of stuff.
Right. No, my son, you take away his
But you get so much
iPad.
happiness from like doing that type of stuff. You don't even realize it until like you can just be lazy, just scrolling, and then you're like, yeah.
I tell my son, he's like in the mornings. I tell him, hey man, we gotta go. I don't wanna go. But because he's on that stupid iPad.
Mm-hmm.
So when he's with me, I try to like keep it to a minimum.
No, yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But one thing is the occult. There is a side to what you were saying that sometimes, for example, you're on the good side of things, and next thing you know, you're on the dark side of things. So, and some people may say, well, you know, what's good and what's bad it's how you view it. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
On the other hand, how can I place this?
You talking about TikTok and social media and how it has an effect on
No, because he said something about the
like dark web.
no, not the dark web.
I always try to buy shit off the dark web. But then
Oh,
If you end up in the dark web, bro, you gotta have like the device that's gonna block you from getting tracked. Because as soon as you get on the regular like website, like if you use the regular internet and get on the dark web, bro, FBI is raiding you, bro.
Yeah, I don't dabble too much in the dark web. I know David's into that type of shit. But
No, I don't
the dark web for me is like changing the browser black, you know, and then browsing, and I'm in the dark web, you know.
No, this ain't
You
this
know?
ain't your average.
that's,
No.
I feel like that's the Hispanic definition of what a dark web is.
Yeah.
When you change the screen black.
It's a dark web, Holmes.
But that's how it be though, bro.
No, because I think about what's going on in Haiti. Look, honestly, they're saying that like what's going on in Haiti has to do with even with that solar eclipse thing. The whole country went in revolt because, you know, over the years it's been an easy task to get rid of a president out there, and next thing you know,
Oh, then they cap him.
in his outside his house, they
Yeah.
drag him out and blah blah. But something about the Colombians, CIA, whatever, blah blah blah. But they really like of the people who know, they're blaming it because majority, if not 100% of everybody in Haiti has to do something with voodoo. And I'm not saying voodoo is a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a good thing. All I'm saying is it does call in things from from a different dimension that most people do not want to mess around with. For example, one time I thought about getting into it because I play congas and I wanted to learn a little bit more about the culture that, you know, brought that instrument along. But I talked to this Cuban lady I was working with one time, and I was like, "Hey, how do you feel about like Santeria and like stuff like that?" She's like, "Oh, you know, I used to practice it," and I was like, "Okay, well, how do you get into it?" And she was like, "Well, you know, first of all, you got to come up to the priest, and he's got to talk to you. He's going to ask you some questions. He's going to fill you out, and then you get a certain blessing, you know, and then, but the catch is that you are prohibited from doing something. What it is, it's according to what the priest says. Now, that blessing will bring you all types of fulfillment and all types of supposedly happiness, as long as you don't do what they prohibit you from doing. Now, it could be fishing, having sex, drinking, smoking, whatever, even playing chess to that degree.
Shit.
Right, and it's all according to whatever this person decides. So,
I'll take the sex option.
right, what, bruh? You can't take sex away from me. But I will say that like once the lady kind of put things in perspective, you know, I really said, you know what, I ain't fucking with this because should they tell me I can't have sex,
My main concern.
right, imagine, but
I want to be able to clap cheeks.
right, yeah,
Something like voodoo.
yeah, it's like the Spanish version of voodoo, Santeria.
Okay.
But
Like, it's like going to New Orleans some ladies like, you know, you read these cards, and you're like, fuck it, and you're just drunk on bourbon, and then you're just sitting there, and then you're like,
Because you
yeah.
did it.
Huh?
Did you do it?
Did you
Oh,
do
you
it?
know, I've done one before.
I told you.
And it fucks with your head, dude. Like, she's like, ooh. Like, she'll flip over her card, she's like, ooh. And you're like, what the fuck is this bitch talking about? Then she says some, like, deep-ass shit, and she's like, makes a connection with you in your life. And you're like, how the fuck did she learn that? And
Well,
you're sitting there, and you're like, damn, dude. I wish I wouldn't have sat down.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
I already paid.
out
Fuck it,
there,
finish.
man, in New Orleans, it's a real thing. Witch doctors
Mhm.
and people that will sit there and they don't even, they're not gonna like, they're
Yeah.
gonna, I've seen it go down.
No,
where,
bro.
like,
Growing up, I ain't making this shit up. Like real shit. I was young as fuck. I was probably like, I was about 3 or 4, maybe a little younger. And like my grandma, I lived in this little town, like not even a town, bro. It's like a fucking village in the middle of the fucking mountains, right? And everybody from that town would come to my grandma.
mhm.
Like, oh, I can't get pregnant. Like, can you like help me? And all this, my grandma would grab some eggs and fucking rub you and spray you with some stuff and whatever, you know. And next thing you know, the person like months later down the road, weeks after later, will end up getting pregnant. You see what I mean? Or like, oh, I just been sick. I feel like somebody did some stuff to me and stuff like that. And my grandma would be like, yeah, just come through and blah blah. She'll do her things and that person's walking. You know what I mean? So it's like, also like, I feel like that stuff is real, but like like you gotta respect the code. Like
Yeah.
whatever that is, it's like you gotta respect it just like everybody else respect different like religions and
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
like that. You
And
know what I
that's-
mean?
That's the thing about it. Like, just remember how I told you that they prohibit you from doing something. It all kind of ties in with what you're saying. You have to respect
The culture and the, well, not culture, but like way of,
the code, the
Yeah.
code, because Santeria isn't just one culture's religion. It's
Well, yeah, like-
it's a very to me, you know what it is. It's praying to the ancient ones, the ones that
Yes.
don't get that attention anymore.
yeah, for sure.
Did you ever watch Death Note?
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's a show about some smart ass kid finds a book where you can write a name and the people die. But the way to get it is that they have these ancient beings who are like bored in their own world, so they just toss the book and just see where it lands. If it lands on Earth, they try to see who. It's just by coincidence that this smart ass kid finds it. But they're called shinigamis or whatever. And the crazy part is that like in certain cultures, you know, just like how back then you had the Mayans, the Aztecs, being civilizations that don't exist. Who did they pray to? Who did they, you know, give their thanks to, and you know, their deepest desires? To a certain degree, we were stripped from that, and now all those prayers and everything that people kind of, you know, give up, they pray it to this now one the big guy, like they call him. But the other ones, the other gods, you know, they sit there and they're like, hey man, I fed off of prayers. So sometimes, you know, I feel like Santeria, it gives power back to the ancient ones, and the ancient ones aren't gonna want to let it go. So that's why I feel like what you were saying, like, yeah, you have to respect it to a certain degree.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you will pay the price, because these people or these beings, entities, they want it. They want their powers back.
All right, but you see, me, I grew up in a certain religion, right? And
Can we know?
I grew up Catholic,
Okay.
right? I grew up Catholic and stuff, and like, but why would I want to go to a Catholic church and listen to the same thing every time I go to? You know, one thing I learned that whenever you go into a different religion, which is Christianity, a lot of people, like, you go in, it happened to me so many times, bro. I go in, I don't know if I'm wrong, going off track, but I think it kind of ties into what we are talking about. It's like, I started going to a Christian church, and I was going through like a really dark time in my life. I walked in, and I swear, everything I was dealing with, they were talking about it right there and there, bro. And I'm just like, oh, damn.
told them?
Like, you know, I'm looking around, I'm like, the fuck?
Yeah.
You know, and that brought me peace of mind. But my beliefs is like, I don't believe in like religion. I don't believe in like any type of religion. I believe in God. You know what I mean? I believe God got me where I'm at now. Because like, I've been through some shit, and the person that I have always turned to wasn't my family, wasn't my friend, wasn't nobody else, but God was there to just kind of like, you're gonna be all right. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So a lot of people's like, oh, that's kind of hypocrite, like all this shit. I'm like, nah, motherfuckers. Like, I've been through some shit, and I've seen some shit, and God has kind of like helped me get where I needed to be.
Dude, I got a crazy story. My mom,
You know, it's crazy, and that's, sorry,
No,
I didn't
no,
mean to
you
cut you off. I'm about to be done. So it's like, I feel like that's just the way that my mentality is, like the
Yeah.
code. Like, that's just what I want to believe in.
Okay.
And that's what I'm believing in, because I feel like you said, like the Mayas, the Aztecas, and all of that, you know, the only reason their powers are so strong is because nobody ever prays to them. Nobody ever asked them for anything,
Right.
because we have one big man, God, that we pray to and ask him for things, you know. And like, that's why I guess voodoo, or like what Santeria is so like powerful, just because, oh, they're like, oh, they're praying on me.
Because at that point,
I got
you're not praying to the big man. You're praying to something else. That's not.
It's not
Tell-
evil.
Well, it depends. so what you were gonna say, man?
So my aunt passed away, and then my cousin got like diagnosed with cancer. But it was my mom, my grandma, and then our other sister in the waiting room for like my cousin while she was dealing with treatment. And they were talking about another family member and how they were like overweight, and then they were in the waiting room. So they have like a little thing where like you have to put your hand under, and it's like automatic sensory where it like draws out on a napkin. And like right after that comment was made, like a napkin drew out of it, and like nobody's hand was right there.
Oh shit, no, bro.
And my mom was just like, "That's a sign. Like we gotta stick," because our family's like kind of not falling apart, but like drifting apart because we had all this like drama happen within like our side of family, and then like, that thing happened. Mom was like, "We gotta stop," like because it was like a bad time.
Yeah. No, that you know.
But like I mean, it could have been a malfunction, but I think it's pretty strange how like right after that.
It's that's what I was telling you earlier about my friends and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I feel like even though the loved ones are not here no more, I feel like they're like standing right there. As creepy as the shit sounds, I feel like they're sitting right next to you, like, hey, bro.
I hate that feeling, bro.
Don't fuck
Because when
up.
you're jerking off, you're like,
Tío Toño.
no, bro.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Grandma,
Are you happy
close
with
your
me
eyes.
right now? I'm sorry.
I don't even know what to say. Wow.
It's trust me,
Hey, you over there,
bro.
and your grandpa just sitting there like, that's my grandson. I knew I was gonna make a man out of him.
No, not with her.
Put a fucking bag over her head.
I know,
Hey,
dude, no, seriously, because
You gotta put all like the pictures down in your room with all your other family members.
right.
Quit watching, bitch.
right. It's like, look, bro, this is
No,
my time.
hey,
right?
or just like make like little bandanas for every single one. Well, that's going to consider gangbanging now.
Right. No, what's
fuck.
funny is like,
But not
yeah.
just sex though. Like that's everything. Like anytime you make a fucked up, like you do something like. I mean, I don't think jerking off. I think it's just. I think it's part of everyday, like not every day, but like.
Well,
I'm
we
slipping
do
up. Human society where it's like a normalized thing. People jerk off. But like think about many other like normalized things we do. That is like somebody's watching you above and they're like, what the fuck is he doing?
Right.
You know, it's like
No, you're right, because one thing is for sure that the saying goes, you know, make your ancestors proud, yada
Yeah,
yada,
yeah,
or
yeah.
your ancestors are probably rolling in their grave right now.
their
But
hands are on their head. They're fucking.
but
What the fuck is he doing?
it's weird to say this, but to a certain degree, it could be that, you know, these certain things that, you know, you gotta wonder why they chose to stick around.
Yeah.
What was it the saying? Energy cannot be destroyed nor created.
That's some science shit right there.
You know, so
Sorry to my biology teacher back in 7th grade. I don't remember the name of it, but I learned it.
Yeah. You know, I guess when you
Shout out.
pass away, you're technically in a waiting room somewhere, and you're just waiting to be reincarnated. You
Yeah.
know.
I mean, dude, there's no way there's not a creator. Like
Well, somebody made the joke of it. It's like, okay, you got your atheists, you got your believers. You got the atheists who are like, you know, you came from nothing. Everything's a coincidence.
but that doesn't like explain itself.
Well, then you have their believers, or they use science to basically kind of prove
It's like-
whatever.
it's
But then
like-
you got your
Yes, there's science,
believers.
but like, how is it so defined that it is just
You
perfect?
know what? This is the part where we do need that fucking projector that you were just talking about, because the guys basically says like, okay, you when you die, you basically go back to what you came from, the dust, you know, the earth,
Nothingness.
right? Nothing. And then, but if you came from nothing, then I guess nothing is your God. So there is a God, you know.
My thing is like, the human mind is so like more capable of doing anything else other than any other type of organisms on the planet.
Mhm.
Like why? Why can we go build buildings? Why do we have the brain structure to
Because
tell
you're
you what-
Mexican.
Huh?
Because you're Mexican.
Somewhere down the line.
But like, no, for real though, like why? Why not just have a bunch of animals running around? And why not like animals don't have that? Sure, like dogs and a little bit more intelligent creatures can.
You know why?
Here we go.
You
have
know why?
emotions. What?
Because we have your white people. Your white people be driving on 4x4, probably shooting all the deer and fucking hawks you can catch.
What that shit got to do with anything, bro? Where the fuck that came from? Let's get edited out.
No, but like, my
But,
bad.
like real, dude. Like,
No, I see what you're saying.
but then like you have somebody who's arguing. Their argument is that like it's based on science, but you can't prove something that comes from nothing. There's got to be a like catalyst to something, and then people argue like, then what's the catalyst for God? And then
Right.
you sit there and you say like, God is eternity.
Well,
Because once you die, you go to God, and you're with Him eternal. It's an eternity within itself.
right, and
All right.
I'm glad you said that, because
There's a dude on
There-
TikTok. He's a big Catholic white guy. He goes and like he talks in public areas.
Are you
where people
Catholic?
come. Yeah, I grew up very heavily Catholic.
that's what's up. No.
I grew up too.
Okay, well,
So I
he
can't-
just flicked me off. David Zapunto.
Right.
Nah, but I see what you mean. I feel like when you
This
die,
caffeine
like,
is not helping.
Huh?
I said this caffeine is not helping because I'm the one getting off track. I feel like
no,
You're good.
but like, I feel like, you know how they say when you die, like y'all were saying, like you come back to life, you know what I mean? But like, maybe you don't come back to life like as a human
It's a soul,
reincarnation,
yeah, it's a soul.
or you might just be a fucking palm tree or some shit, like a garden, grass, whatever. You know what I mean?
I mean, I can see
a
how
fucking
that's
maggot.
I can see how that's a possibility, but my perception of heaven, it's like it's the souls. And as a kid, you're taught like, oh, like ice cream, we get ice cream all day. It's like,
Right.
no, it's not like that. It's like you have this greater, like more intelligent mind within yourself. Where, like,
Yeah.
your wisdom from everything is there. Like your whole life, everything good from your life is there. You learn from your bad experience, but now you're like your whole entire person that God meant for you to be.
But don't you gotta earn that?
No, yeah, I agree. But like that's why you're here, and that's why we believe in an eternal place like that to motivate us to become.
So what's hell?
I think we in hell now.
I mean, that's one thing.
But can I say something before I lose my train of thought? Look, it kind of relates to what we were saying just now. Like, I've always thought about it like this. Like, how do you know it's about to be deep? How do you know that you're not dead? You know how they say, like you were saying, when you die, you go to a place where you see everybody that you loved and stuff, right?
Mhm.
What if you ever just thought about like, oh, like you died yesterday, but you just keep living the life that you were living because that's what your mind was set to do, or like that's what your mind's thinking. You get what I'm saying? Like, oh, I died yesterday, but all of this is just me being dead, just keep living my life
I
the
would say
same
everything
way.
would have to be perfect.
You know what I mean?
No, because I do believe that at a certain, we're still young. We still have these imaginative, like we're imagining things and we want to enact on them. The problem is having, I would say, executing them. You know, in the sense of, all right. I hate to say it like this, but all those grown guys that we work with, the grown-ups,
Uh huh.
you know what I'm talking about? No relation. You really think they're alive inside? You know, knowing that they're gonna be there for the, to the day that they, and I
Taking
guess
profit?
yeah, and then they at some point they have to tell themselves, I am happy.
Yeah.
But deep inside, they're like, you really think they're living it up, like they say? At some point, as guys, once you take on the responsibility of having kids, having a wife, to paying those bills, hey, you're dead inside of me. I hate to say it like that, man. What we're doing right now, we're living.
Yeah.
Like, we're. I feel like we're living it up. But to those who are still have to respond to certain people and be, yes sir, no sir, I'll get that right.
So,
That ain't that to me. They ain't.
I feel like when you get to a certain age, bro, and like, well, I guess it depends on, well, those people, they've been there since like day one, and it's kind of like they don't have the same, they lost that ambition.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
They lost that ambition of wanting more because they got comfortable.
yeah.
They got comfortable with what they have to provide for their family. If their family's happy, they're happy.
Right.
So it's like I'm at a point in my life when I'm like, oh man, like I love this place because it's providing for me and my family.
Mhm.
But do I really see myself doing this the rest of my life? Maybe. The first thing that comes into your mind is like, why if the pay gets better?
Yeah.
I might learn everything else that needs to be learned. Like, I'll be there for it. As long as my family is set, my family is good, you know what I mean? But I feel like we're in that generation where I hate to bring it like this, but we grew up listening to fucking rap music.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's when rap music comes into. That's where different genres of music come in.
Next topic.
Because real shit, music. If the world was just fucking silence, bro. If the world was just silence, how sad of a fucking world would it be? If music was never.
Won't be that much bad sad, bro. But
I don't think it
continue.
would be sad, but I think music, since it's been created, has such an impact on
A lot of
emotions like if you go watch a movie and they don't have the background music or
That shit is like
the mood is just not going to be there. And I think that when you implement it in your like real life too, music could really have the impact of like just changing a perspective on something.
Now we're talking because you're coming right up on the point that.
But I feel like music made us like be more out there. Push yourself, express yourself more.
Because you can lock yourself away in your room and you just put on tunes.
Because old school people are easy to express themselves with their mouth. We are more we are capable of expressing ourselves. Like, man, I heard fucking Biggie before work. You know, I'm gonna go in there and fucking do some shit or
I
something.
like working out.
And like, all heads are more like, oh, this is how I grew up. This is how I'm gonna run my business.
Frequencies matter, bitch.
But you know what I mean? Like, everything, like, anything that has to do with music, bro, it's good. But there's also a negative impact in the music industry. Like, bad. Like, right now, what are we dealing with in town?
Sexy Red.
No. I didn't expect to hear that. Sexy.
My coochie pink and my booty hole brown.
Bro, somebody made a
rhyme. Bust a rhyme. Come on.
Huh?
Come on, bust a rhyme.
Bro, I can't do that.
Come on, white boy.
That's a lyric from a song. I can't just get on
Yeah,
the
Bro,
yeah,
somebody
okay.
did.
Like, you're doing some practice.
Who the Randy Trapp? Well, I forgot who the guy was. The guy who sings "You Got a Friend in Me."
Oh, yeah.
Bro,
You got a friend in me.
somebody grabbed the song WAP and then sang it.
Wet
and-
ass pussy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
with that dude's accent or
You got
right.
I got that wet ass pussy.
Wait, do you know the song?
Yeah.
Okay, now like I don't
That's
know.
so wet. That's so wet.
Yeah, he was like, "That's a web, that's a web." I was like, "Damn, this is so cringy, but I can't turn it off."
Well, dude, like you hear like there's like a rap singer that sings like Catholic or like Christian lyrics.
Jesus
And
Christ
if you-
is my.
Jesus Christ, my nigga. Jesus Christ is my nigga.
But if you listen to it, you don't think of it as a Christian song
Right.
because it's got the beat and.
Who, Lecrae? No.
I don't know, but then you will slow down, or like let's say you just look at the lyrics and you're just reading them, but then you go listen to lyrics and the song and you're like, holy fuck, like this dude's actually like preaching right now, but you would never think so because you.
Don't tell me it's that Jelly Roll Morton dude,
I don't
motherfucker.
Jelly Roll. I don't know. I don't think it was.
I don't fuck with that shit.
You don't fuck with Jelly Roll?
Fuck no.
What?
Now I'm gonna tell you why.
What?
I'm gonna tell you why.
Alright,
And
alright.
this is just me. Off topic. I still remember the original Jelly Roll Morton. Black dude that used to play the keys, was really known for having a little diamond in his teeth. And history tends to repeat itself, and this is why I really try to. I'm old school with it, but yeah, I feel like history's. They try to, no offense, bro, whitewash history in the sense of like now you have this guy that's like white rapping, tatted up, you know, living this thug life, but still wants to preach on the side. You know, I can for what it is today, you know, cool, whatever. But back in the day, Jelly Roll Morton was seen as this like, you know, Motown, early Motown or ragtime type of musician that was on the rise. He didn't make it as popular as the big names like Louis Armstrong and whatnot, but still made it to the point where like, hey, he pops up in certain books,
Yeah.
or he had certain hits. So, you know, when I saw this new Jelly Roll dude, I was like, they were like, somebody brought it up, and I was like, oh, y'all talking about Jelly Roll Morton? And they looked at me like, who the fuck is that guy? You know, and I was like, no, we're talking about this Jelly Roll. And I was like, man, there ain't no real Jelly Roll. Y'all want to see the... I even do it on his page one day. Something came up on Facebook about Jelly Roll Morton, and I went on the comments and I posted up a picture of Jelly Roll Morton, the black dude, and I was like, I typed in, oh, that's cool and all, but picture of this guy.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, you know, just being petty.
Yeah.
But no, I can't even tell you a name of this Jelly Roll, like Jelly Roll Morton guy, much the less Jelly Roll the nowadays.
What type of music, like, all right, let's say you're in the slums. What type of music do you think has the greatest impact on,
Like a graceful, you said, or
like getting you out of a shitty mood?
I'm not gonna lie, I will listen to a lot of like soundtracks from certain movies, like Hans Zimmer. Man, bro, like his stuff is powerful.
Yeah.
They're gonna shit a brick when I tell you, I'm mine.
What?
Flint.
Fleetwood?
Fucking right. Dreams, baby.
I'll get on the Spotify.
No, you
No.
can't play songs, remember?
You can't?
No, because you get copyrighted issues. You can sing
that's
it in a different key.
Come on, sing it.
Wet ass pussy.
It sounds like the Lowe's intro.
Who's?
The
Dun
Lowe's-
dun 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 dun. Oh,
Hey,
that's Home Depot.
but-
yeah, no, it is Home Depot.
You're able to you can actually play the instrumentals, but you can't play the lyrics. Yeah.
I'll just play like the beginning. Sorry.
Hit me.
Let's see.
What time is it?
Oh, Sweet Emotion. It's that song. You know that song, huh?
Yeah.
It's that.
Bro, that is the most white thing I've heard on the planet. I remember we were at the Bayou
But
Country
that type of
Festival.
music, though, I've been listening to a lot of that, and it's just been like, sun's out, I'm riding around my car, and I'm like, I don't know, I just feel good listening to it.
And then you
Whatever
gotta be
rocks
at
your
work
boat,
in
man.
like 10 minutes.
I'll put on some Bamba or whatever, and then
Fuck that, bro. I'll be listening to that.
Danza Kaduro.
Oh my god, really?
Danza Kaduro!
This man. No, I actually did
My culture, man.
I'm not gonna knock on
I'm,
it 'cause
I'm transracial, guys.
transracial.
I'm glad you came out.
I turned Hispanic. The Mexican restaurant really turned me.
You know, it's funny. You know, Perfect Circle. I listen to those guys. Whitechapel,
Yeah.
Perfect circuses don't sound right.
Tool. Even
Follow the
ICP.
circle.
What's up with rappers having low in front of their name?
Because
Well-
they're probably like 4 foot tall. You know Plies,
And-
right?
well,
The
yeah, that
rapper
is true because all the
Plies.
big rappers got big in front of their name. Like
Yeah,
Big X
like
Plug.
Plies.
Big Pun died. Biggie died.
Tupac. He ain't big though, but he was legit.
He's a legend, man. Biggie.
I used to not like him.
Who,
You ever seen
Tupac?
Boys in the Hood?
Yeah,
Good
I never finished it.
Or Straight Outta Compton?
Straight Outta Compton is good. No, actually, I finished Boys in the Hood, but I never finished Straight Outta Compton.
Menace to
Straight
Society
Outta-
was good.
Yeah, Straight Outta Compton's harder to finish than Boys in the Hood because Boys in the Hood's more of like a storyline you can follow. But
The fuck?
you got an intruder.
All right, so my thing was that with certain songs, well, you probably resonate more with that type of music because of the frequency it's made on. Mine, on the other hand, as a musician, my ears are tuned a certain different way to make me feel a certain vibe, especially when songs are probably made in a minor scale.
Mm-hmm.
You probably have that mindset where, like, if I hear a happy song, I'm gonna be in a better mood. But sometimes I play like depressing songs and I feel instantly better, or I feel energized, like something's manifesting.
I fucks with that. I feel you on that. Because when I'm in like, the wife is always like, why are you always playing this depressing that song? I'm like, fuck, let me be happy that they're depressed and not me. You know what I mean? Like, fuck. Like, I love listening to Juice WRLD. And Juice WRLD is like,
Well,
R.I.P.
you're a skater, so
R.I.P. Juice WRLD. He was actually a really good, you know, like artist. Mac Miller. She's like, but
he was cool.
yeah, I fucks with Mac.
love Mac Miller.
I fucks with
dude.
Mac Miller, bro. But like, she's always like, why are you always listening to this depressing ass music? I'm like,
I'm feeling real
I'm
ill
like,
right
what the
now.
fuck? Why can't I? It's like, cause we're in a car, we don't want to listen to that. Alex is sitting back there, fucking singing Juice WRLD because he loves Juice WRLD, you know. And like, I like that idea. I like how you think. Not just any music has to be hyped to make you happy. Hype music pisses me off, and like
But
the sad music and type shit like that like makes me want to vibe and just kind of like mellow out. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe because I used to smoke a bunch of pot.
I think I think working out music can be a form of happy music, but it's more so to get. I think people work out to get like that stress off. So I can see like you listen to it while you're pissed off, but then like when you get in the car after workout, you could throw on that shit, and you're like, that's when it's like that's gonna be like peak like dopamine in your brain. You're happy as fuck.
Yeah, because I know, like,
You just got all that shit out. You're like,
I know-
pumping to it.
I be bumping Peso Pluma.
no.
Peso Pluma's good. Y'all like SZA?
SZA's cool,
I like SZA.
especially when I'm feeling a little flamboyant.
Bro, but speaking of other shit though, what y'all think about that music that's telling man to be soft?
It's kind of hard.
What's your opinion on
'Cause I
it?
don't
Okay,
even listen
well,
to it.
I think we need to like depict like what makes a man being soft.
What
Right.
makes a man be soft?
Like,
Like,
what kind of music we're talking about?
like,
Cause like,
K-pop? Because K-pop really grinds my gears.
a man being soft in my eyes.
Fuck K-pop. And any woman out there who thinks it's beautiful, it's nice, you're being manipulated. It's created to make you feel all girly girl, and guess what? It's all fantasy.
life check.
Right? No, seriously.
No, for real.
Those motherfuckers are toxic. Like, if you look into the whole industry of what K-pop is, man, it's terrible. Those guys are, they're
What
demons.
makes a man soft?
I think like a real man, like a heart, like a guy who's like not a pussy, like takes responsibility for his actions. He'll fuck up. He'll say sorry though. You know, like he can't be perfect. You don't have to be a millionaire. You don't have to like just like a hard working motherfucker who just like gives no fucks but gives fucks at the same time. I guess.
It's called the duality of man.
Yeah. Learning when to be and learning when not to be. I mean, that's real.
Yep.
True.
Like, that's one thing.
Like at work, I fuck around, but like that's like my playground, bro. Like I ain't gonna
Right.
sit there and be miserable making money. Like I'm gonna be fucking happy. You know?
That's what they don't. They always get on my ass. They're like,
Sé más serio.
you need to be more serious. You need to be more strict. And all this. I am strict, but when
I was like,
but
you need to be more straight. I was like, yeah, you could be.
but fuck you, bro. But like I straight up told my dad, I was like, dude, I spend 98% of my fucking life in this fucking restaurant. I'm gonna have fun.
Yeah.
And if you want me to be serious, I'm gonna be serious. But
Yeah.
you're gonna realize that I'm a straight asshole. Like, I'm an asshole when I'm like, okay, you want me to be serious? I'll be fucking serious.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, that's just not,
Who you want?
that's not who I am. You know what I mean? Like, I changed so much. Like, motherfucker, I'm bipolar like a motherfucker. But I learned how to, like, deal with all that shit. And, like, then I'm always on my ass about this and this and that. And I'm just like, bruh, I spend more time here than I do at home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, I'm not complaining about it. But that's just how it is. I'm
What
sorry.
about with a woman? Like how to not be soft, like but
What?
still be a man, like a good man to your woman. But like,
Honestly,
A
I'm
good
glad
woman?
you brought that up.
no, like
Um,
being a good man with a woman, but not letting her like. I guess boundaries to an extent without being
I
soft.
feel like you shouldn't set boundaries for your woman.
No, I don't think so. I think like
If your woman wants to fucking go, if your woman's, because first of all, if you have kids, you know that woman has 3 or 4 jobs to do.
yeah.
You know what I mean? She has to take care of the
Yeah.
kids. If she runs a business, she got to take care of her business. She has to be a wife.
Yeah. My thing is like
It's
boundaries
like-
shouldn't exist because like you marry that person for a reason. Like you obviously liked her from the get go. If you had to go in and set like boundaries to where she couldn't do what she was doing before she met you, like what's the point of liking her in the first place?
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I
true.
fucks with that. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like I don't know. I mean, I got a girlfriend for 3 years now, but like
Is it
I
still
never-
the same? Is it still the same, bro?
yeah, I mean, I never really had to tell her like I don't like. I mean, like yes, there were occasional times where it was
Be
like
careful what you say, because this is one of
I love you. no, there's just been times where it's like, yeah, maybe I would have rather this or that, but like at the end of the day, like I still respected it, and I think that's what it takes to be like good like, male figure to like a girl. I mean,
Because a woman is always going to adjust to a man's need. And like I did not know that. I used to fuck around all the time. Like
Yeah.
even though I had a girlfriend, I was always messing around with this other person. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was just like because if I wasn't getting something from this side, I was finding it on somebody
pussy
else.
from-
So I would just never like.
I ain't getting pussy? Oh, no, I'm not getting pussy from you.
So it's like, but it's not even that though. It's like, oh, your family don't like me. Fuck you.
Right, yeah.
I'm not going to go with this girl because her family likes me.
Damn.
Type shit. Because my biggest thing is family.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Family is like a big thing.
You
bro.
want to be able to like go into their culture, environment, household, whatever, and like feel accepted and like be able to be yourself around them instead of like not feeling like you belong. You know?
Yeah, and you don't ever want to put a woman in a situation to where she feels like, babe, your family does not like me.
Yeah.
Because
Or
that's,
she's not being liked by your family.
yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
And
I'm
it
kinda
sucks.
guilty of that.
Yeah, but it
They
sucks.
love me, but I can't speak for, you know.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's the thing. Like,
Wait till I give you a Mexican girl.
we Latinos, like, we grow, our family's everything. And, like, it doesn't matter if, at the end of the day, if they don't like this person, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna be with this person no matter what.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, fuck it, not talk to y'all just because I love what I have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna change what I have now for something that y'all might like. Because at the end of the day, who matters? We do.
I wonder what the average relationship's like nowadays.
Cheating.
Cheating.
There's so much fucking cheating going on, bro.
Honestly, it's
That's
high,
just so sad.
high energy at the beginning, and then once reality hits, like,
Age.
I think that comes from people drifting, like, because I have a lot of friends that are, like, very devoted Catholics now, and I'm not saying it all stems from that, but, like, when I'm, like, they're in relationships, and, like, all they do is talk about how great it is.
But is it really though?
yeah, that's what I said.
Is it really though?
Is it really?
That's what you gotta think about it, bro. What you see right here,
Yeah, no, I know.
you don't not know what the fuck is going on over there.
Mind
Me and
closed.
Selena might be fucking going at it after work.
Yeah.
Fucking hurting each other, cursing each other, breaking each other's
Yeah,
feelings.
yeah.
But
Shit, if that was happening, I would be getting laid more.
Damn. That's definitely.
We gotta
gonna
get her
happen.
mic'd up, boys.
hey babe, come here, come talk to the mic, come on. That's why I love that girl, bro. She's the main reason why, like, I feel like if a woman is not there to push you to do what the fuck you love to do, and you sit there and push her to do what she loves to do, that's not a fucking,
Yeah.
that's not a healthy relationship. If you sit in there pushing each other to do better, you want more, you want better for both of y'all. You know what I mean? That's something. If she's pushing you to do better, but you're not pushing her, somebody else pops in the picture and push her to do better for herself, what happens? That she's gonna end up going, weep. I'm gonna go with that person.
Yep. See the first
That's why
one.
you got married, bitch.
Oh, that talking shit. Come sit on the mic.
Nah, man.
But it's relationships, bro. They're
how
very
the hell did we
interesting.
go from talking music? We went off track.
Rap music made us do it.
Okay.
So rap.
Yeah, rap. Come on.
No.
Boy, you need a steady beat.
What age do you think kids should start listening to that type of shit?
Hey, you right. I
Do I?
started listening to rap when I was probably like. Honestly, I didn't understand what the fuck they were saying,
Fuck no,
but
nobody
it was
does.
just a beat, and you know sometimes like.
That's the coolness of it. It's the
Well, the thing is, like, okay, remember how earlier I was talking about how frequencies matter? For example, I love using this as an example. Travis Scott. Travis Scott, to me, when I want to go on demon time, when I want to just get, not, like, just fuck the world, it's just me against everybody, Travis Scott. Reason why? Because of the way it makes me feel. The music is it's kind of untuned. The music, it makes me feel ghoulish, so it brings out this freaking like entity out of me that's like,
Brings the tiger out of
goes
him.
like transforming.
nah. It's just it brings
No,
you.
I get it.
It brings you down, and the problem with that is you might be feeling anointed or ascended, and the fact that it brings you down doesn't always mean that's gonna put you in a down state. It also means it may make you go dark. So when you go dark, you're not gonna sit
Dark
there
as in, you know.
and you start thinking the
this
opposite.
one? I mean, you listen to Travis Scott for a week, you might be wearing gold chains and a little bit of.
Well, the
fucking-
thing is, have you
Fucking girl.
noticed how the concerts are set up?
Can we cut that off, please?
Oh, you gotta live with it, baby. And so, if you ever look at this setup, you know his concerts are kind of geared towards like, you know, the saying "see on the other side."
Yeah.
There's a big portal. You know, you step into the mouth of of him, of his world, and sometimes I feel like that stuff. It's in a sense, it's sending the message. It's like, hey, man, once you step into my world, you're at the mercy of me. So, what is he truly representing? You know, on the other hand, just like I said earlier, that music that you played, it has like a good spirited, hot tune to a certain or done in a certain scale that's gonna make you feel. I was trying to tell you earlier that one time we was at the Bayou Country Fest and we're getting ready to work, doing something. They're playing this country instrumental. Hey, bro, that shit made me want to work. That shit made me even. May he rest in peace. My boy was like, man, this actually feels right. He was like, we're working, and I tell him, I was like, man, I hate country music, but this feels right,
Dude,
But-
if I could have music going on like while I'm working as a beer, like I feel like I'm like in my earbuds or whatever, like I feel like I would cruise.
Oh, dude. But see,
Not like talking wise, obviously. You gotta talk to
what I
customers,
get what
but,
you're saying though, because like when I
Definitely,
skated,
I don't want to listen to Travis Scott while I'm working.
No, like
shut the fuck.
That's what he said.
Just start punching all the customers and shit.
we should talk about what we have to witness sometimes.
No, we'll do that in another episode. But that'll be like one they have to subscribe to.
Yeah, we can't.
You gotta
we can't.
pay for this shit.
Yeah, we can't speak about. We don't speak about Bruno.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, but like, I get what you're saying. Like how the frequency and stuff that should help you like certain things. Like for me, when I used to skateboard, I can't skateboard without my music.
Yeah.
Like I gotta have my headphones in and just fucking skateboard, bro. And I feel like music and certain songs have like changed so much. Like it changed the way I see certain things. Like
But yeah, dude. I mean, you
Like-
can look up like
you know that song about Future? We had a while back. We had this dude that came in here. You know that song? What bitch don't get you comfortable? What Future?
Mm-hmm.
The guy she was tattooing this guy, and the guy's like, "Nah, man, you just can't get too comfortable. You gotta find what drives you, what makes you happy. Like the sounds of these songs, just he's like, have you heard "Bitch Don't Get Too Comfortable" by Future? I was like, yeah. He's like, have you actually listened to the lyrics?
Yeah.
I was like, no, I just play it just to fucking
Yeah.
listen to it. And it made me realize that if you get too comfortable doing just one thing, you're missing out on so much more out there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I feel like that's when music comes into like, it just comes out and you just listen to it and you fucking do your shit.
Yeah.
And it just kind of pushes you, like the sounds of it. Like, what's the shit called? Frequency? The
Yeah.
frequency of the fucking sound or whatever. It makes you do things. You know, like, another thing is like, some of the Bandroots rappers,
Fuck them.
they put, no, don't say that.
He gonna get shot.
No,
Go on
dude,
WFP
bro,
tomorrow morning.
who's the last good rapper that came out that's actually being productive on some shit?
No one. Kevin Gates was literally the last one.
That's true.
NBA Youngboy, nothing negative to say about him. He's a good rapper, whatever. But he needs to bring more of that positive vibe. Because all this younger generation are listening to fucking shit up.
But the fact that remains that like a lot of people consider him mature for his age, which is respectable and all. But you know how I can't stand like how the young generation thinks that like, oh man, you know, carrying pistols and, you know, popping drugs and basically creating destruction is a cool thing. And then, to me, and that's why we get results how we are right now. You know, we got, you know, you got people who think that, you know, because, and I agree with the whole saying, it's like to stop somebody bad with a gun, you gotta have a good guy with a gun.
It's
Yeah.
not the gun that kills people.
Well, you know what I call that? A felony. Popping pills, carrying a gun. It's not the greatest thing.
And
That was so off topic, but.
yeah, I know, but but my thing is that's why we get into these situations where we live because we allow it. There's no consequence to you know, and like I said earlier, you know, what's good and what's bad, it's depends on the person. You know, to me, somebody that carries a gun isn't always going to be a bad dude. But on the other hand, if you got somebody who carries a gun because they got contraband, or they know what they're doing is something that, you know, can get them in trouble, and they're using a weapon to kind of like, you know, in case something happens. Hey, you know, like the saying goes, you live by the sword, you die by the sword.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up like duck hunting, and like,
Howdy, partner.
yeah, just your average gringo on a daily basis. No, I mean, like my grandpa or my great grandparents grew up and they killed, like what they ate was what they like killed, they
Yeah.
caught,
Yeah.
they trapped, and like from a very young age, like when I first, you know, had a gun, it was like points upward. You know, safety's right here. You don't walk around with it like it's a toy. You know, it's like something you just gotta respect. You know,
That's okay. Respecting the code.
Yeah.
See? Yeah.
like you don't walk around with a gun just dangling, you know, in your shorts pocket. Like it's not meant to be treated like that.
No.
Right.
Don't walk into a gas
Man,
station.
you ain't met my daddy.
Oh, her daddy, bro. You think you country? Her daddy.
I bet
Fuck.
he used to drive that shit on the dashboard.
He had a big old revolver in his overall pocket.
Yeah. And but hold on, I'm gonna get to that in a second. But, or I get what you're saying. Like you gotta teach them.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, there's too many people that they get their depiction of the world off the internet, and they see people walking around with guns, waving guns around like it's okay, and like we wonder why like we look at the generations below us or like with us that like, well, why the fuck are y'all doing that? You know? Because
Yeah.
like back in the day, you never watched movies where they're blaring guns around and shit. It's just like
Right.
in traditional movies, a kid's walking out with a gun to go shoot a deer. You know?
Right.
Not to go shoot a motherfucker. You know?
Yeah.
You know, and it's and I hate to say it like this, but like, you know, same thing with like old school Mexican movies. You know, all about the revolution, kind of. I don't know, man. It's weird. Now it's, you know, carrying like 50 caliber rifles and.
Oh, now, like, but see, that's why a lot of people don't understand though. Like, they look at the Mexican culture as like just Mexican culture, because no other, it's fucked up, but no other country can actually afford the guns that the Mexican cartels actually have. But
What? Run that again? Have you ever heard of the United States of America?
yes, besides, no. Besides America, though.
Oh, okay.
Besides America, when you go to a country where the cartels have bigger guns than the actual military, that's fucking scary, dog.
That's kind of true.
You know what I mean?
David's a D1 shooter.
So it's like,
Gotta watch out.
but that's just how it is. It's like, man, you motherfucker made me lose my train of thought, bro.
If you see David walking around town, you better duck.
Nah, like, I don't know.
Menace
bro.
to society.
Now I'm actually like,
Well, do y'all think guns are in all a good thing?
Hell yeah, man. Thank God for guns.
nah,
bro.
don't say that around Joe. Don't say that shit around
Thank
Joe.
God for
You
guns.
said it the wrong way though. You said that the world's greatest invention was the gun, which is stupid.
Remember on that movie Zombie World or Zombie something?
Zombieland or something.
Zombieland! And they find that Hummer. And he opens the bag seat and he finds like a whole bag with like buku guns. First thing he says, "Thank God for rednecks."
Oh man, yeah, I don't love this. I mean, I'm not. My neck's not that red, but you know.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Slap it.
It's gonna be boiling.
Now it's red.
You got some rednecks and some wetbacks. You might be. I'm saying.
Hey, you know, if America ever goes into
If you had a redneck and a wetback, you'd probably have a really nice, some farmland with some really nice grass.
Right.
And
Some really
marijuana
nice agriculture.
and some fucking marijuana plants
Yeah.
hidden in the corn.
Yeah.
You know they actually do that, right?
What?
And I don't know what state, but recently they found like where there was like it was like a cornfield, right? And in between the cornfields, they had like pot plants planted, so that the corn will cover it up, and it wouldn't be easy to be detected. And also, like when you do that, what it does is like the corn produces a lot of nutrients for the plant and shit like that. But yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know how I know that. I get bored sometimes, but I just internet,
The internet's a good thing.
just like guns.
Just like guns. You just gotta learn how to use everything. Use your resources in a productive manner.
Oh shit!
Mm.
Damn already?
Alright.
Fuck.
I thought it was like 45 minutes.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to cut this in half and like fucking like
Parlay it.
part 1, part 2
Yeah.
type shit. Wee.
Hey.
But yeah. But what else we gotta talk before we call it?
Okay, so
Call it a night.
in actuality, if I can sum it up for you right quick. I think what we are struggling right now is trying to find a balance between.
Talk with your chest.
What do you mean? I'm probably one of the loudest ones that. Whatever. We're having trouble trying to find out what.
Para bailar la bamba se necesita una poca de gracia.
Not being good or bad, but just trying to stay within.
I'm not a Greek
Oh God. Whatever. So my thing with is
He's Mexican.
Between the like how we said the duality of man,
Mhm.
Turn the crack.
you gotta have some light, you gotta have some darkness.
Oh, there's a saying. Weak men create rough times. Rough times create strong men. Strong men create easy times. Easy times create weak men.
It's a cycle of life.
Yep.
Yeah.
Live it how you want.
I think this generation in the next upcoming 10, 15 years is going to produce some astounding fucking man.
Why is that?
Because they see the world so shitty as it is now. They're getting feed all this shit. I think you're going to see the world turning into a very shitty place soon.
Well,
And
the
I
fuck
think
has been this whole time?
And I think that these kids are gonna realize, like, holy fuck, like, I have the opportunity to be so much more than what this world is being, like, taught to me. Like, let me go achieve that. And I think, like, you're gonna see a huge, like, drastic change in, like,
The next 10, 15 years.
Okay.
I think there's gonna be way more, like, men just taking over, like, the world. And, like, women, too. I think women are more than capable of doing it, but I think women are gonna be doing it in, like, more a different sense.
Right. Yeah.
Not to be like, you know, like your gender matters that much, but I do think that women are gonna like take roles as like,
Man.
yeah.
Which is fine,
But
but
just don't get muscles.
Hey, no, well,
stay out the gym.
stay out the gym, baby. Stay out the gym. No, because I will say that I on the other hand,
I like that.
That's a great point, dude.
Yeah.
Really good point. But I'm on the other side where like, bruh, if
It's gotta change at some point.
my
That's
generation.
Or do you think there's so many people in the world that there's always gonna be really good men and really bad men? Like, obviously that's gonna be.
That's the whole thing. And this planet, this God that we were talking about, the God that they taught us in school and church and whatnot, doesn't exist.
Yeah.
To me, God is just something that it's the original fountain of
Us.
light and dark. You know, the devil doesn't exist because the devil exists because God made him. Remember, Lucifer, yada yada. But in actuality, God is dark and light. So in a sense, it's like what they're saying is like, I'll salute you with the right, or shake your hand with the right hand
Mhm.
and backhand you with the left. That's God.
Yeah.
He'll allow good things to happen. He'll allow bad things to happen, but it's all balanced. Where
Yeah.
there's light, there will be darkness. If there's 50% light, there'll be 50% darkness.
I think the reason I say that about like the younger generation is because we've had so much shit happen with COVID. Kids can become lazy. They don't have the opportunity to go to school every day and like sit down in person. They can rely on technology to get them through it. And like, I think,
Like you?
yeah,
But,
I mean,
but they had
honestly,
previous generations who kind of did the same, but they didn't have the technology to do it. Look at the whole Spanish flu thing. Man, I don't know. Obviously, people shook back in a sense, but
yeah.
it
I don't know. I guess I hope that kids will like.
If they grow up like you and they're outside doing shit, yeah, they'll be fine. But
Yeah.
if they keep on
Growing
hitting on
up
the-
with their tablet in their face.
bruh,
Yeah.
I hate to say it, China, they're pumping up the U.S. with so much bullshit that to me it's like, that the whole psychological warfare thing, bruh. I really try to keep my son from watching like Asian stuff. I hate to say it like this. What?
Racist.
Racist. Hey, don't get me on Indians right now because that's a whole different deal. But I will say that like, you know, that Asian culture, man, we bomb the masculinity out of them. So in retaliation, they're gonna try to get us back.
Because they're smarter.
They're they might be books.
They're more intellectual thinkers. I'll give them that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
as far as an emotional side of a human being,
There ain't no emotion on that side, bro.
yeah.
There's no emotion on that side.
Which I don't know. I think having emotion in your life is just. I mean, I don't really know what language is because I know every language is like different dialogue, but definitely like in the English like dialect, I feel like there's a lot of emotion that can be brought to in conversation. Like I mean, just to us now.
Well,
I don't know if it's in like every language, but.
what happened to the whole Spanish and Latin being like the love languages?
Oh yeah, no, I agree. Like I think like especially working with you all, I see it. But like when I listen
What
to
about
like,
working with Carla?
Oh, yeah, we'll take a quick break on that, ladies and gentlemen. What? Hey.
all right, thanks for waiting on us, guys. No, I don't know. I don't really know where I was.
Dude, we're bushing at this point. But continue.
I don't know. Like you look at an Asian dialect and their conversation, they don't really change facial expressions too often. Okay, dick. Or even like Russian.
Do you like vision or do you like vision?
How were they able to change face impressions?
I don't know.
You must be high.
They all look the same.
Don't worry, bro. We get called the same thing. It's cool.
They all think we're rapists and fucking
Hispanic?
yeah.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
all
I can
ca-
see it.
they all think we're rapists.
In Houston, we went to this
And
Hispanic
what's it
club.
called? Mexicans. And we're like 97% of the fucking people in America are like mostly from like the south, like Guatemala and all that shit.
In Houston, we went to this like nightclub one night. It was like our formal, and we were like the only white people in there. But then you got like Hispanic people walking around, and they are definitely hardcore. Nothing against Hispanics, but they're hardcore staring at all the women. I don't know what's
Bro,
going
I
on.
think
They
there.
want that green card.
Yeah, they want the green card.
I ain't gonna lie. I think I made this lady at work uncomfortable today. Because I looked over her and I was immediately, damn! And then she looked over and let me like, that woman moved all the way to the middle of the bar. And then she gave me a step back like, can't see me now, huh, bitch? And I was like, damn! It was funny. It was funny. I thought it was weird at first, but then, yes, we do look at women like we're hungry.
Pretty intense.
No, I don't look at women.
Oh,
I kinda
yeah,
like,
okay, yeah.
you know?
We understand why you're saying that. It's
Yeah.
all good, bro.
I don't look at women like
Hey,
that.
straighten up, boy.
I'm gonna stay mute right here.
Oh fuck. Alright guys, well I guess this is it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say nice
one last touching
Oh,
touch.
fuck.
I'm gonna say
Wait.
is my point in life, it can get dark. Just don't stay in it.
Turn the light on.
Turn the light on.
Your ancestors might be watching. Just don't
Right.
Just flip the pictures down. But shit guys. Alright,
It's been real, man.
for
It's been
sure.
real.
Thank you for joining.
Yeah. I'll wear some different pajamas next time.
Right.
So we're gonna call it it.
The boy in the plaid pajamas next time.
Right.
We should just come in here dressed in white. No, like formal.
Really white. I'll bring my khakis and my polo next week.
Yeah,
Okay. Try.
for sure. But it was nice hanging out with Henderson. I can never say his fucking name right.
Anderson.
It's Anderson, right? Yeah. It was nice hanging out with Anderson and of course with the primo. Always kicking it.
The primo?
Primo, the cousin. The cuz. No que ma cuz. Say it, no que ma cuz.
Say it.
Loki Maka.
There we go. There we go. That's the start.
Come on, say it closer.
Loki Maka.
Alright guys, well we call it. Peace out. With the Wait.